I was kind of I was about an idealistic youth in my time, and I was kind of interested in art, but I more into music and everything else. But it seems to me that where people, being a sculptor, it grounds you in the physical world. You have to face the practical realities and the limitations working with whatever material. There's a variety of sculpture materials, whether it's pottery or glass or in my case, I do all those things, working with wood, and steel is one of my major things. But it gives you, it grounds you in the physical world, which is where the plane of action, this is where we're learning our lessons in the physical 3D world, but it's also connected to higher dimensions of the mind. But if you don't have that grounding in practical realities, your understanding of politics and how things work and how things are prioritized and structured may be lacking. Where if you just pie in the sky idealist and you don't have much understand how the real world works, the physical world, as a lot of people who are idealistic don't have that understanding. They haven't worked with their hands. They haven't created with their hands and their minds, maybe very much. It's just they picked a menu of touchy-feely good stuff, and that's all well and good, as their idealisms, as their core beliefs. But while discarding all the other realities or ignoring, being very too selective. And that's just my view of things. At least that's what worked for me, actually making stuff and using my mind to invent stuff. And it doesn't have to be a complex, just a basic practical knowledge of how to create like this workspace and how to put together things where you can actually make something of significance, and sort of, instead of just being a tool of the herd, like they do on like you see on I've seen on TV, all these icons of the Hollywood and everything. So many people want to aspire to that. Like, this is our beloved. These are our beloved celebrities, celebrity actors, celebrity in the government and in the corporations, all the people who are wealthy and big successes. But that's kind of a closed club. That's kind of a rigged game, Yeah, a bunch of predators everywhere. Too many people justify their predatorness with some convoluted philosophy. Because they're screwed up in the head. They eat screwed up food, they watch screwed up media. I mean, it's just, we're trying to put things on the right track again. Because it's quite a mess, this world is. But it's because it's so incredibly complicated and diverse, and most people aren't up to the challenge of understanding all that. They're too selective in their consciousness. Put it all together into something organic and functional and special, adapting to the situation.
And you've chosen what you want to do with your life.
Yeah,
You have things you want to accomplish.
Yes. I know what I've seen, harmonious situations and things, and they shouldn't belong to all the people who've got money to buy all these pre-made beautiful things. You know, that's all groovy if you can do that, but it's probably better if you can actually have the skills to at least make something along those lines from scratch. Then you have control over that. You don't have to, oh, I have to become rich and famous so I can buy those wonderful harmonious things and have a happy harmonious life. But what if you just sort of made those things yourself, or there's something, I mean, because you can do that. My parents were do-it-yourselfers. They at least gave me that. And you can do a lot with the minimum amount of money. And I've sort of just demonstrated that. But
Yeah, do it yourself. That's a huge, wonderful concept.
well, yeah, life is a do-it-yourself proposition in general. I mean, you have alliances with other people, and you can. Some of those alliances are not so good. Some of them are fantastic. You get to pick and choose, you know. So I pick and choose generally other do-it-yourselfers, I guess. Who understand how the world works physically.